Welcome Aries. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. Let's see what your soulmate wants to make of movement for November 13th to November 15th, 2018. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What actions do their movements do Mr. and Miss Aries soulmate wants to take in action? All right. Masculine Aries, you and your soulmate are wanting to make movements in communal living. In your past lives, when y'all made movements in regards to communal living, it was of action. Like, rather than think of, oh, I want to live in a home rather than move around when we were nomadic, people probably looked and said, well, why stay? Where you and your soulmate see so much that can be cultivated when staying in one location. So in your present life, you and your soulmate, masculine Aries, are making movements when it comes to your community, looking at your community in a different perspective, whether that means, it's like if you ever wanted to redecorate your apartment or redecorate your house or move into a home, what is the first thing you do? You look in stores within your community, if you was remodeling, to see what are the sales, what are the items that you connect to make your living reflect who you are. So if that means you redecorating your apartment or looking at a new home, going within the community that you're interested in. Like any realtor, or when you're thinking about moving, what is the most things people talk about? The location, what borrow, what things do they will have in the community. If you're into movies, will they have cinema there? If you're into shopping, will they have certain malls, or what kind of brands, places where you can connect to? It would need to be in your community. So, female Aries, you and your soulmate are making movements when it comes to taking action when it's regards to how do you look at food. Is food to you in regards to finance? Is food to you literally food? What was mentioned earlier, a way to think about food and hunger. It's like if you're physically thinking about food and hunger, then what would be the best movement, Miss Aries, to take in regards to that? So say, for instance, around the holidays, finances can get really tight. What are ways in which you can still buy your goods without spending a lot? So now they have Dollar Trees where you can actually go and get same things that you would get at a grocery store. Looking at within your community as well, they might have bakeries or certain deli stores that are opening that their prices are different. Even looking at vendors, markets, public markets, they are really good at helping with finances. So say, for instance, example, you had $20 and you wanted to get a loaf of bread, and usually it can run you what, $2 to $3. But if you're going to a market, sometimes they'll give samples, or they'll have like new brands of bread that they're selling for probably $2, or they can actually help when it comes to coupons. Maybe they have coupons for goods that you're looking for. Even coupons. Coupons is really good right now. Costco's, a lot of big, Costco's was one of the names, but places like that, Trader Joe's, this on the top of my head, even Walmart, Target, sometimes they have different sales. Looking at different sales would be good, female Aries. If you're looking at finances, okay, so if you're looking at finances, Miss Aries, you and your soulmate could be making movements when it comes to how to relook at finances. So say for instance, you have a job that you work that makes you steady money, but it doesn't or you might need to make extra income, say that for the holidays, especially going into Christmas. What is your natural skills? Maybe you are a baker. Baking will be good as a I don't want to say a side hustle, because side hustles to me can become a career path. So if we had to make that a side hustle, say for instance, you know how to bake bread, bake pies, make meals, you can actually connect to people in your community or friends and family that may not know that you have that skill, and offer your service, and that could be your start off. Like, how can I make income with the natural goods that I have? Or even, yeah, anything that is a natural ability you can make as a craft. That craft can become a career, a second career for you, and can potentially become a main career, Miss Aries, for you and your soulmate. This is what also the masculine energies is thinking as well, because when you think of communal living, when you're staying in one location, that means you gotta have bread and water. So masculine Aries have to think about that as well, looking at the natural resources around them and saying, okay, if this community or this neighborhood is known for bakery, but a mile over they're known for their meats, collaborating, like, oh, okay, I can get my bread from my community and get meats from another community. That way when people ask, like, where did you get that sale to get certain veggies or fruits or meats, that's when you can be that promoter. Masculine Aries, like, oh, I found out this community is offering this in this town, and when it comes to rent, their rent is very stable. If you're in this type of financial bracket, I'm not surprised that a lot of Aries are into real estate or being a broker. So if that's up your line of work, this is the best time, because a lot of people are looking to commute and to live in a new environment. Masculine Aries, you and your soulmate are becoming your will. You're in a 5th house of Leo, and Leo is all about our willpower. So your will is being tested in a way where it's emotionally balanced for you, because your will is tied into your emotions. So yes, things are not turning out the way you hoped. However, that would explain why looking in your community right now will be a great source of finding the next movement in which you can utilize your skills. Not seeing the positive in the situation, crying over spilled milk. So again, that's what was felt, that the masculine may have also been thinking of what Miss Aries is thinking as well with their soulmate. How to not have spilled milk and molded bread. It's like, how can I use what I naturally have right now to sustain me, is what the masculine energy is doing. So you still have the 2 cups, which is 2 cups is the Lover's card. So you and your soulmate are in sync when it comes to the changes you want to make in your home or in your community, whether that mean how you want to engage or make movements like was mentioned earlier, or if that's in the career path, looking at community that you feel emotionally connected to will be the next venture. Female Aries, Okay. All right. That wanted to sweep right over there. Your action that you and your soulmate will be doing in movement, which ties to the masculine, is once you figure out what you love about your community or what you love about a community that you would want to go towards the masculine energy, female Aries, you and your soulmate will become that anchor for your passions in regards to making moves in revising or reviving your finances, or when it comes to actually how you will relook at obtaining your bread and water. An exciting new opportunity. So when I was mentioned earlier about if you're a chef, a cook, if you're in the creative arts, or anything is an art, making candles is an art, making cups is an art, making forks is an art, making plates is an art, because people need to eat. We used to eat with just our hands. Now we have bowls, we have different varieties of ways. So if you're into any craft, a lot of people, especially going into Thanksgiving and Christmas, they need plates, they need forks, they need cups. What's another thing? Anything that you can make is the best time to promote right now. Start with your friends, start with family, even if that means putting it on Etsy, ETSY. But definitely start with friends and family, people in your community that would definitely be a benefit to your service, female Aries. Because as you're looking at a new opportunity, career advancement will be happening. So yes, even if you're working, your side hustle or your side arts and crafts or hobby that you're into, your hobby can become a second income for you. So whatever you're doing as a hobby or interest to you, you can now turn it as a second career. And this will change you and your soulmate's life forever. So until we meet again, you and your soulmate are making moves when it comes to how you're going to use your community or the way you want to go within a new community and the way you want to utilize your natural resources. I always leave a paragraph within every reading to give us a template or a compass for the next couple of days. Whenever you get a chance, check it out. I love you, Aries. We will see you on the other side.